Hey there, fellow planet administrators, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Starsector Ascendancy, Episode 19, Planning for the Future. The first order of business for you guys is to decide what I should do next. Or rather, I'll even go so far as to say, should we align with a faction? And if we should align with a faction, what specific faction should be the primary goal? So we could go forward and just decide no alignment, go it on our own, have no allies. It's not necessarily means have enemies, but at least have no allies. Or alternatively, we could try to cozy up to specific factions in order to increase relations with them, and then possibly gravitate towards an alliance. So the choice is going to be yours. I'm going to put 5 minutes up on that poll there about faction alignments. All right, we are right now right in the core here. I've got, I think, just a very minimalistic fleet because we were just doing some trade running. And I've been investing almost all of our money into colony improvements. And that's probably what I am going to continue to do. Expanding the infrastructure of our colonies. One thing that I would like to do is to increase the base stability of Sean so that it is stable enough. Adding some stability points. So upgrading the orbital station, of course, would be nice, but it's relatively expensive compared to ground defenses. So I'm going to start off with just building ground defenses in Sean. Petrobel's a little bit more stable, but I want to keep this number above 5, because 5 is the break point. Any lower than 5 and you start to suffer penalties. Chief Dog, thank you for the raid. How was playing Vintage Story today? And welcome to the stream. We're just starting out. Feel free to participate in the polls. So I'm just going to be bouncing around the core sector here, looking for work. Right? I essentially need to accept missions in order to pay for pay for improvements. We do have a few missions being offered here. There's a pirate probe and a minor equipment cache that are clustered together in the northwest. So I think that's what I'll accept first. And I'm going to head over to... I think I want to cross the core to go to a gate on the other side of the core so that there's a chance for us to pick up additional missions as I head over there. No, at the moment it actually looks like some of my network interference is cleared up. I don't know if it's going to stay that way, but fingers crossed, I suppose. Okay, there's also a domain era survey ship right next to the other missions that we've just accepted. Perfect. So another thing to consider is once my planets start in earnest turning a profit, hiring out administrators so that I can colonize more planets might be a good idea. And the reason for that is because all of the core systems now can colonize. As soon as I started colonizing, they're allowed to colonize as well. Meaning that, it's a no-holds-barred colony rush around the galaxy. I can only administrate 2 planets under my personal control anymore, and there's a bit of a penalty doing it. I could also pick up industrial planning. I could respec and pick that up, which would be really nice to pick up so that industry supply more units of the commodities they produce, and probably ditch one of the other, maybe the makeshift survey, because I don't really need the remote survey anymore, I think. So I think that's probably something I'm going to do right now. I'm just going to quick save and hit it. So makeshift equipment's going, and industrial planning's coming back with keeping hull restoration. And industrial planning is going to allow my governed colonies to be more profitable, and then if I ever have to make custom ships, I can make more custom ships per month. Now, the other thing to consider is getting rid of bulk transport and picking up some other... Like, if I cancel that and get rid of bulk transport... Because bulk transport's great, don't get me wrong, but it might make more sense for me to focus on more combat-oriented stuff. So salvaging is post-battle salvage and resources, but it's not rare stuff. And then field repairs allows me to make repairs more quickly. This might be good if I'm getting myself into a lot of fights. So if I get rid of makeshift equipment, get field repairs, and let's see, something like that. I think I like the... I'm not sure about containment procedures either, compared to ordnance expertise. For more like combat-oriented skill points. So field repairs, which is combat, ordnance expertise, which is combat, polarized armor, which is combat, industrial planning, which is governance, and then hull restoration. Whoa, double raid. How's it going, guys? What were you playing Elden Ring today again? Well, welcome. I'll leave this poll up a little bit longer for the raiders to come in. Cheers, Trustin. Also, JMW, Highland Timber, and Lonely Knight, thank you for the resubs. And Glitch and Ali K and Enthak too. Welcome. And if I have networking issues, like if I start buffering and everything, I already know everything about it, just to let you know. So yeah, I'm gonna be okay with the way I just reassign those skill points. We are over fuel capacity. There we go. Plopping that out. And we wanted to head near Delta Kosambi, I think. And then before we jump, let's see if there's any other missions. No, I don't see any other missions offered. Perfect. Okay, our fuel range is like somewhat limited because I think I don't have a fuel truck. No, I only have a small fuel truck with me. So I got to be a little bit cautious about running out of fuel, which is good to know. All right, so the missions around us is a domain era survey ship, which is some distance away from the center of the Klimnos star. As you all know, I hate these some distance aways, but, you know, so be it. So one of the things that we're, that changed with the ditching of bulk transport is the burn level of non-militarized civilian-grade ships is no longer boosted. So large transport ships, large cargo ships, fuel ships, I'm gonna need to do augmented field drives. All right. So at the moment, I don't know where the survey ship is. We're just gonna go have to find it. We'll just keep going around. So I'm gonna guess it's inside an asteroid field, some distance away. Maybe this one down here in the barren world. So I'm gonna jump out and then jump back in and try to get to that barren world. I think it would be this gravity well. No, it ain't here. Asteroid field. Well, this is not some distance away. Maybe it's over here. Oh, domain era probe. Yeah, maybe it's with the probe. And it looks like you guys want me to consider an alignment between Tritac and Remnants. I can do that. That's interesting. Alright, where is this survey ship? Asteroid field some distance away from the center. Well, I did that asteroid field, this asteroid field. I don't know of any other asteroid fields, so we're just gonna have to go poke about, I think. Which is why I hate these types of, like, go find them missions. Alright, the follow-up question I have for you guys, now that we've established that, like, Tritac and Remnants is kind of where we're at, is, what should the focus be? So I'll give you a little bit of time to vote on that as well. Now, I feel as if the service ship was inside of the belt here, it would say so. Because that's like a different quest primer. But if I go around the edge of this ring and just keep pinging, hopefully something will come up. The other thing is I could always just abandon this specific quest in lieu of going for the other two. One is easy to find, and the other is hard to find. The ones that reference specific planets are a lot easier because it gives you like an actual location to search. Ground defenses and military base still going. Feel like if the thing that we wanted to search for was around here, it would have said it was near a planet, so it wouldn't be around here. Although I don't mind salvage. Oh! I leveled up just from the monthly XP gain from governance. I'll probably end up having you guys decide what tree I spend it in. So I'm not going to pick this until the poll is over. So there was a debris field over here, but that was the debris field from the probe I just broke down. And then my planets are, they're getting there, growing wise. I might pull the plug on this quest. I'm getting tired of just sailing around, not having any idea where I'm supposed to be. I should read these quests a little bit more closely. I mean, every now and then I get lucky and I just, like, find it, but sometimes I don't. Oh, there was some pings down this way. More domain probes. Oh, guarded ones. Well, I'll fight. Good accuracy. Just completely whiffing the first shot. My co-pilot hasn't actually had a lot of battle experience, so I'm kind of excited to see how effective they are compared to the unpiloted ships. Or the uncaptained ships, I should say. It looks like the Enforcer over there is getting beat up. Alright, I have too much flux, but I don't see any, like, strung torpedoes on any of the ships around me, so I'm just gonna drop my shields and let them shoot me. Because they just have tiny little deck guns, which aren't really much threat. Yep. Oh, I blocked that. Except for that one did take a pot shot at me with a dumbfire torpedo or something. I would say this fight went pretty well. The ships I'm bringing are like combat capable enough that they can hold their own, which is good. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna have losses. And there's only one little ship left. I like it. Chief Dog, thank you for the resub. So the Enforcer here that's in front of me got, like, its butt kicked. But I also, like, the ships that I have in my current fleet aren't built well because I just gave them whatever weapons I had on hand. I didn't really try to actually design good ships. I was just like, oh, I'll slap whatever I have in it and call it good. So in the case of that Enforcer, I very well might have just built it terribly and it'd be easy to, whoa, God. Maneuver drive, right into my lasers. How to lose your piloting license in one quick step. Officer promotion. And the actual location of the survey ship. I hope it's the survey ship we're actually looking for. Because if it is, that would be awesome. Alright. New intel. No, it doesn't give me any extra information, unfortunately. Again, it's just some distance away from the core in a asteroid belt. Well, there is this asteroid belt here, which is like not some distance away from the core, but I'm having a feeling it's in here anyway. And it was. I've been misled. And this had the information about the mothership location, which is really cool. So the mothership location is in Delta Gindram. And it looks like you guys want me to earn money to invest in the colonies. So earn money to invest in colonies while improving relation with Tritech. That second part is like tertiary to everything else I'm doing. But if there are Tritech missions, I'll accept those over other missions. So I think this is just about the same amount of enemies as the last fight. No, maybe no, they have a bunch of Bastillions. They just came in late. We can do a risk event. Didn't see anything lined up to shoot at me. And I'm surrounded by allies, so I figured it'd be alright. Hit a full assault. We tried to take out the remaining big stuff. My ship's not awesome at taking out small fry ships yet. I do have some, like, some lasers on this ship, which are like really ideal for anti-annoyance for when stuff gets too close to me, but it doesn't actively hunt that stuff. Yeah, I have a lot of like pulse lasers, which are suppression lasers, which keeps the annoying stuff away from me, but I can't, like, intentionally kill ships with it so well. Wow, I have a lot of gamma lasers now. Or gamma cores. I called them lasers, oh my god. Cool. So we're done here. I didn't see any worlds that are like I wanted to survey. Nothing looks colonizable, so let's bounce out. Next up, we have got a pirate probe around a rocky metallic world. Seems straightforward. I'm gonna guess it's the nascent gravity well, because... yeah, it is. And there it is. So much easier. Engage? Sure. We're still a little damaged from the last fight. We haven't fully repaired up, but should be fine. Alright, there. They have Reapers. It's important to note, like, the small guys that have actual big missiles, that would be a problem. Alright. Huh. This Berserker actually has shields. I feel like my other ships in my fleet are not pulling a lot of weight this fight. Like, it's being left to me to kill everything myself. Unlike last fight where they contributed a little bit more equally. Which is fine. I am the disco ball of death, after all. Alright, who's even left? Just this little guy, I think? Can I put missiles on my ship that I have now, too? I could, hypothetically, I just don't want them. And another officer promotional candidate. I think until my colonies are actually netting me some money, I'm not going to bother with a whole lot of officers because they are expensive. Question for you. How should I level up? Combat, leadership, tech, or... I'm not even going to include industry because there aren't things in industry that I would even want. So, in combat, I could do impact mitigation for increased for decreased armor damage taken, decreased weapon and engine damage taken, and increased maneuverability for capital ships. I could also do damage control, repairs, damagement of functional weapons and engines, which can continue while they're under fire, and also it reduces the hull damage taken and crew loss. Point defense, which... probably is not necessary for a Paragon's, like, shields. Target analysis, which is increased damage to enemy ships, which would be nice to have. And then ballistic mastery, again, not really good for Paragons. For leadership, let's see what I would probably pick. Probably crew training for maximum combat readiness for all ships, so that my ships were just more combat ready. I think, because Wolfpack tactics and fighter uplink don't really make... I mean, fighter uplink would be okay if I had a bunch of fighters that were, like, bound to my Paragon as a mothership, but I don't. Coordinated maneuvers wouldn't be terrible, but I want something that has elite skills, ideally. And then in technology, we've got sensors. Neutrino detector would help me find survey points a little bit easier. And it would allow me to move quicker when I'm moving slowly. Gunnery implants would be good for energy weapon damage. And then energy weapon mastery obviously would be good at energy weapon damage as well. So you can pick between those 3 trees, and I'll give you 2.5 minutes now that I've read off the decisions here. Alright, I'm not actually interested in fighting that fight right now. Oh, and we've got ourselves a... Okay, let's get out of here and head to the last quest location. It's so unusual for me not to be immediately blasted in the face by a neutron star. I'm like kind of used to just getting blasted by them. That was nice. Garth, thank you for the resub. Welcome to the stream. So, let's see. This is a cache some distance away from the center, but it doesn't really say anything else. Shucks. That's going to be slightly harder to find. Oh, we got an orbital habitat. 2 orbital habitats. I have, like, no more room for stuff? Ooh. Well, I am going to take the Prometheus class tanker because we were running into the issues of like not having enough fuel, and that's going to solve a whole lot of it. It does put my my crew under, but not by much. Our combat readiness should be okay even if I am not fully crewed up. Except for 151 crew just joined from that orbital habitat. So, never mind. We're fine. Streamer luck. I know. Are they trying to jump me? No. I don't think so. Alright, what else do we have? We have... So I'm looking for a minor equipment cache somewhere around here. Got it. Let's go looking. And taking a look at the colonies now. 75% to grown, which is really nice. And it's growing 10% per month. And then Petrable... So Petrable has a stability of 7. Sean has a stability of 6. I could do a patrol HQ, but I think I want to install things that make more money because my colonies are actually fairly stable now. So I'm going to hold off on that. And is it raffle time now? It should be, because I'm going to be keeping that Prometheus. So let's raffle that off. Raffle timer's up. So was there any other hints? It's inside an asteroid field. Okay. Let's try this asteroid field. I don't know why I didn't do that first. And this... Oh boy. We have, Cinder and Dictac just lost a world of the Ludic Church. Copy that. Cheers. And the new ship that we just picked up is slowing us down immensely, so once I get back to core, I'm going to want to refit this so that it doesn't slow us down. Vanguard, huh? Okay. So that's done. Mission's done. Where is the closest gate? I'm sure there's probably a gate closer. Let's go down to the blue supergiant and then jump over to Maros. Oh, actually, where's this? This is weird. Oh, okay, I see it. Yeah, this, let's take this slipstream. This slipstream might end up getting us pretty close to the Maros Gate. Yeah, I think it does. Oh yeah, perfect. So I'm heading back to Core on your guys' orders, and I'm going to be looking for primarily Tritech missions to try to earn money in order to invest in my colonies. And you guys want me to level up in combat? One by just a hair, so I'm going to do target analysis, I think. So increase damage to capitals, cruisers, frigates, and destroyers, because I'll lead it. Before I do that, it might make sense to swing by home and change my ship configurations. Because as I'm exploring, it seems like I run out of space for stuff, like, really fast. So I think the fastest gate we established... Well, okay, I'm gonna need fuel first. So I'll go to Core for fuel. Oh, the church lost the world? Did I read that backwards? Alright, let's take a look at the alliances. So, the Sunrise Coalition is between Tritech and Persean League. Tritech holds 16 markets, or 3 markets for a total size of 16. And Persean League holds 1 market? Wait, seriously? Persean League only has 1 world? Is that true? What? Oh, are they already getting squashed? Dear Lord, I haven't really been paying attention to the geopolitics, but, yeah, they only have Enyon. Okay. That's scary. And, Hedge holds 7 planets, Church holds 3, and Tritech holds 3. Got it. So, it actually does make sense to try to align myself with Tritech in order to repel the Galactic Federation. Because the Galactic Federation seems to be the bullies. As they always are. My lord, is this Prometheus slow. But in 20 seconds it gets a name. And gets refitted. Hey Scorpio, thank you for the gifted subs. I'm not gonna, well... Yeah, actually, maybe I'll sell to the church for their deficit. Because that's a lot of extra transmutonics, I think. And Urgul, you are now my fuel ship. I think what I'll do is just set up the big ships with surveying equipment. And then all the other smaller ships will have no surveying equipment. I'll do other things with them. Oh, that's open market? No, I don't want that. Alright, most of the things I had to sell, I just sold. I will open market fuel for the convenience. Alright, and then I was going to black market the transplutonics at Vecna. So let's head up to Vecna and sell them on the black market for a little bit more money. All the while looking for missions that will pay me. Pretty soon, Sean will grow. And I'm trying to think of what the next industry I could add to Sean. I could do commerce, but commerce would lower stability to a kind of a critical point, so I might want to invest more in infrastructure before I do that. There is organics and ore, so I could do mining here for organics and ore. Those would probably be the most two obvious ones to do. And then at Petrable, probably the most that makes the most sense at Petrable would be to start working towards heavy industry. But heavy industry is quite expensive and probably requires me to have ore and ore refineries first. But the other problem with this is neither of these two colonies have transplutonics. So if I really wanted to do orbital works and heavy industry, I'd probably need to colonize a third planet in Amon. One that has ultra-rich rare ore. So there's a few candidates here. There are 2 planets that have rare ores, and the better one, the lower hazard rating one, also has richer. So it might make sense to put up mining on Chachulucha or whatever it's called. But if I did that, I would need a hired administrator. So the question for you guys is, should I look for an administrator so I can colonize a third planet, or just invest in my current planets? Both are completely... both make sense, strategically. So, you know, I'm going to leave it up to you. Alright, so where were we smuggling this? The church into Jinor Command, which is here. Oh, that didn't net me as much money as I thought it would. Oh well, whatever. Was not that far out. Alright, if I want Tri-Tac missions, I gotta drive by Tri-Tac World. So I'm gonna drive by Mute and see what kind of missions they offer. It also looks like you guys want me to potentially look for admins for a third world. Alright, so Domain Era Probe. Sure, I'll take it. And I'll swing up towards Gingolks and see what else they offer up. Yeah, Church, I don't care about your black market trades. Play it all you want. Alright, I'll actually pay a visit to Daffin here to look for admins too. Oh yeah, I'm missing crew by a little bit. I have a bunch of crew, like, back at my home world, but I don't have any intention of going back there just yet. Let's see. Getting rid of some of the, oops, not that. Some of the weapons I probably didn't need to carry around with me. Alright, this is not a men for hire. I don't need to be smuggling. No admins for hire. I'll go over to Mute next and see if they have a few admins for hire. And if not, what I could do is I could just run out the current set of missions that I've accepted and come back later for another chance. Alright, let's resolve that pulp. Looks like we're going to be looking for admins. Ooh, there is some sort of war going on over here. We got Tritex probably under siege here, I'd imagine. That'd be my guess. Thank you for tuning in to Starsector Ascendancy, which originally streamed live on Twitch July 18th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you on next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow captains.